I guess we might as well get into it a little bit. And when I did podcast 80 with the Book of Five Rings, I started with the beginning of this book. And I said when I did that when we do this book, I'm reading it again because it's so legit. So here we go. Takezo. Is that right?
Takezo.
Takezo lay among the corpses. There were thousands of them. The whole world's gone crazy, he thought dimly. A man might as well be a dead leaf floating in the autumn breeze. He himself looked like one of the lifeless bodies surrounding him. He tried to raise his head, but could only lift it a few inches from the ground. He couldn't remember ever feeling so weak. How long have I been here? He wondered. Flies came buzzing around his head. He wanted to brush them away, but couldn't even muster the energy to raise his arm. It was stiff, almost brittle like the rest of his body. I must have been out for quite a while, he thought, wiggling one finger at a time. Little did he know he was wounded, with 2 bullets lodged firmly in his thigh. Low, dark clouds shifted ominously across the sky. The night before, sometime between midnight and dawn, a blinding rain had drenched the plain of Sekigahara. It was now past noon on the 15th of the 9th month of 1600. Though the typhoon had passed, now and then fresh torrents of rain would fall on the corpses, onto Takezo's upturned face. Each time it came, he opened and closed his mouth like a fish trying to drink in the droplets. It's like the water they wipe a dying man's lips with, he reflected, savoring each bit of moisture. His head was numb, his thoughts the fleeting shadows of delirium. His side had lost. He knew that much. Hideaki, supposedly an ally, had been secretly in league with the Eastern Army, and when it turned on Mitsunari's troops at twilight, the tide of the battle turned too. He then attacked the armies of the other commanders, Yukita, Shimazu, Konishi, and the collapse of the Western Army was complete. In only half a day's fighting, the question of who would henceforth rule the country was settled. It was Tokugawa Ieyasu, the powerful Idai's daimyo. Images of his sister and the old villagers floated before his eyes. I'm dying, he thought, without a tinge of sadness. Is this what it's really like? He felt drawn to the peace of death, like a child mesmerized by a flame.